All right, tonight I'm going to convert my Edge HD over into my HyperAF mode at f1.9, and we're going to try out the SVBONY SV226, and I'm going to let you know how I like it. So stick around and we'll get into this. My name is Doug. This is AstroAF. All right, to get started, I need to remove my image train. We'll get this unwired. I'll get it pulled off of here and get it in a bag so it's ready for next time, and we'll move up to the front of the scope and I'll install the HyperAF configuration with the SVBONY 226 filter drawer in it. And then we're going to see how we like that tonight. I'm going to get on a big bright Nebula target. And I'm thinking if it looks okay and I don't have any obstructions, I think we're clear that I want to have a look at the California Nebula tonight. And we're going to be running a dual narrowband HA03 filter in the SVBONY filter drawer. Okay, so the quick tour here. So I just removed the secondary and I replaced it with the secondary adapter for the HyperAF. And then I've got the field flattener that slides down in there. I have a spacer in here right now, and we're going to determine if we need that here in a little bit. And then I have the SVBONY SV226 filter drawer. And then off to the camera here. And then I've got this custom printed loom. This helps keep the cables organized and makes them nearly invisible in the light path. And then I'll go ahead and run these cables back and we'll get this plugged in. And then I'll go ahead and get the dew shield back on here, and we'll be ready to go as soon as it gets dark. Okay, obviously need to do a rebalance here. So I've got this set up the way that it is going to be tonight. So the weight is exactly where it needs to be. But now I need to go ahead and shift the whole scope back. All right, so now we just need some dark. We'll get in focus and then do a 3-point polar align, and then we'll see how things are looking. All right, so it's literally been a week since we've had any decent weather. The night that I had got this set up here in the last section of that video was a week ago, and we've had nothing but clouds and rain since then. So anyway, we've got beautiful skies right now. It's supposed to be beautiful tonight. We're going to get this done. I think I'm going to get onto the California Nebula. We're going to do it at f1.9. This setup is about 388 millimeters of focal length, and we should be able to get full image in one night. I've got a dual narrowband filter in the SV226 filter drawer from SVBONY, and all I have left to do now that I didn't get to do last week was get this into prime focus and get polar aligned, and then we're going to go for it. So here I'll show you inside the dew shield. So yeah, we're running this adapter that I have for the HyperAF and then the SV226, and then I'm using my ZWO ASI 533 MC Pro in this setup. So anyway, yeah, we should be able to get a lot of photons in a short amount of time and see what kind of image we get. And in the process, I'll let you know how things are going with the SV226. All right, thanks. I'll check back with you later when it gets dark. All right, so focus and setup and everything went really good and no complaints. So I got on target, and actually I was really close to prime focus already from switching from the main imaging train up to HyperAF with the 226 in it. And even with the filter drawer swap, it was pretty much right on the money. It got aligned really pretty quickly, just, it wasn't too long, just a few minutes, and got in focus, and we're ready. I'm waiting on target right now. So California Nebula is about an hour before it clears obstructions, which is about 30 degrees. I'm kind of framed up and stuff here. I'll show you real quick. So yeah, down here, so I've got framing. I still, once it gets above obstructions, I'm going to check my rotation and get the framing the way that I want, but all ready to go. So yeah, I've got a sequence already ready, and so yeah, at about an hour from now, I can just hit the play button, and we'll see how things go. I am going to get on target, and then I need to do a filter swap. I've got the dual narrowband in the second filter drawer right now in the tray, and ready to go. I've got my luminance in the other tray that's out on the scope right now that I use for getting focus and polar alignment and everything. And I'll go over and slew onto the California Nebula, and I'll do another focus run on that, and then I'll swap out the filters, double check focus one more time. It should be good because I use filter offsets, and then we'll be ready to go. So what my plan is if everything works out tonight, I'm going to take, I don't know, probably going to get about 6.5 to 7 hours of f1.9 data. So I'm going to be doing 30-second exposures unguided all night long. I don't know how many that is. It's probably over 700 images, I bet you, in that neighborhood. I'm not doing the math in my head right now, but it's a lot. And then I'm going to work on doing some processing on those tomorrow, and I'll take you along for that ride with me, and we'll get a final image together. And then I'll let you know about how I'm feeling about the SVBONY 226 filter drawer and my experience with that. And yeah, hopefully we'll have a decent final image. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start slewing over to the target, and as you can see, the plate solver is up, and once we finish slewing, I can determine that we're out of obstructions and everything's in the clear. And as that image comes up here, we can see that I am. It might be a little bit in the bottom corner, that I've got still in the trees a little bit, but I double checked on focus there, and now I'm going to swap out the filter drawer here in the SV226 and get my HA03 dual narrowband in, and then we'll go ahead and put the dew shield on, and at that point be ready to run back in and start this session. The dogs are helping. So over here back in Nina, I'm going to go ahead and check my rotation now and make sure that I'm on target and that I'm happy with my framing. I've got the debearing was on there, and I ended up getting that fixed a little bit later. I had forgot one setting over in the options. So yeah, having a look at my sequence now and getting ready to kick this off. The main thing is I'm just trying to go through and make sure that I have all my filter settings correct here, since I want to make sure that I don't try to do an autofocus with the filter, or plate solving with the filter that I don't have in the filter drawer, because this is going to be largely unattended. making sure that I have cleaned out my session directory so that it doesn't copy a bunch of files over that I've already got copied. And yeah, so getting ready to kick this off and hit the play button, making sure that filters are still good and I'm happy with everything. So let's do this. All right, so I've made it through all the different weather conditions and got through my sessions, and I finally have got to a point where I can give you my review of the SVBONY SV226 filter drawer, and I want to let you know I think it's an excellent piece of kit, and I'm really happy with it in my image train. And I've been using it with my HyperAF configuration, and it has just been great to use. It's simple to swap out filters. The filters are easy to insert into the trays. The trays fit beautifully into the filter drawer and connect securely with the strong magnets, and it feels really great. The knurling that's on the trays helps keep grip on them. I have no complaints whatsoever on that. So I did want to also say that I had a viewer who commented and said they have a 42 millimeter version of this filter drawer, and they had the trays that go with that, and then they ended up purchasing a 54, and that one has a different incompatible tray with the 42 millimeter. So those two do not exchange trays. So I checked into this with SVBONY to find out what that actual situation is, and they informed me that on their product page on their Amazon listing for this, they do disclose that these trays are not interchangeable between the two different size filter drawers, and there are 42 millimeter trays available to purchase separately, but they don't have the 54 millimeter trays available right now individually, apart from buying the entire filter drawer together, which comes with 2 trays. So just know that the trays are not interchangeable between the two. They did say that if they found that there was enough demand, if the customers reached out to them and let them know that they'd really like to be able to do this, and they got enough people interested in that, that they would potentially make the 54 millimeter trays available to buy separately from the filter drawer. So anyway, that was a take on that, and I'll put some links in the description about that, and if I have a screenshot, I'll provide that here too. And then also, I want to let you know that I like this so much that I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to give away my old filter drawer to one of you. So all you have to do is comment down below with the hashtag SVBONY SV226, and then over the next week I'll let those comments accumulate, and then I will run a random program that will select a comment out of that list with that hashtag, and then you'll be chosen, and I will notify you in that comment, and then we can figure out shipping and things like that so I can get it to you. So anyway, I won't mention the other manufacturer here, but I do have a filter drawer that I've been using for years with 2 trays, and I'm going to give it to you. So also, I was very happy with how things went with the imaging, and as I said, it was convenient to swap filters. I did work in both just in broadband and in dual narrowband, working with this with my OSC camera, and so I'll pop up a couple images here at the end, and I hope you enjoy. So yeah, anyway, the SVBONY SV226, I give it a thumbs up. I think it's a nice piece of kit, and if you're interested in a filter drawer, I definitely think you should consider this one. I'll have links to it down in the description. I might even have a discount available. So anyway, thank you very much. My name is Doug. This is AstroAF. If you enjoy this content and like to help support me, then please, I'd love to have you join as a member on my YouTube or buy me a coffee. Links are in the description. And I got merch and stuff like that too if you'd like to support that way and get something back in return. All right, thank you very much.